Peace. This is the Black Dot, father, author, writer, poet, MC, one half of the dynamic duo, the #1 father and son podcast, Urban X TV. I am super excited about the new release, The Master's Table, by Sincere Love the God and RP Beats. This album is going to be crazy. It's the follow-up to The Spear and The Shield. Already know what time it is. It's got some dope pieces on it. You're going to love it. Also on the album is yours truly, The Black Dot. So you want to go to the Masters RSVP and secure your copy now. They got a bundle package. You get a backdrop, you get a poster, you get the digital download, you get the physical copy, you get a hoodie. The whole process is really crazy. So RSVP to Masters RSVP, and you can get that dope album, My Sincere Love to God and RP Beats, The Master's Table. You will never be disappointed at how dope this project is going to be. Peace.
Grace and peace, Black family. This is Vicky Dillard, your sister with the curly braids. And I want you to get ready for the new Master Elements project, The Spear and the Shield.
This vaccine isn't experimental. It's like a dandelion. You overlook it for their weird science.
DJ RP Beats and Sincere Love the God have taken this time during the pandemic to carefully craft the soundtrack to Black empowerment with hot tracks like God Mine, featuring Sadat X of the legendary group Brand Nubians.
We never die. I made an ancestral shrine. Let's see what's in the God's mind. Listen, I'm a law in the person of Sincere Love the God. That mean your arms too short like Carl Anthony Shaw.
God Painted Me Black.
God painted me black, thanks for that. I'm a bitch.
A letter to Dr. Francis Cress Welsing.
Ashe to the ancestors. Dear Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, I just wanted to thank you for all the lessons you left us. So yes, I'm more than grateful.
And the controversial song, Buck Breaking God Today.
Why every black show they gotta have a transgender? Either I'm crazy or this gotta be a planned agenda.
Get ready, Black family. This is a much needed project. This is The Spear and the Shield.
Peace, God.
Hey, Dad. He's so good.
Hey, man, I got you a new book.
A new book?
Check it out. Check it out. Let me know how you like it. I'll be back. Man, this Bitcoin, this Ethereum ain't doing nothing for me right now, man. Gotta find some new investments.
Peace, Dad. What you doing?
Peace, God. Good.
I think this book is kind of inappropriate.
Inappropriate? What's up with it?
It's inappropriate because look at these.
LGBT? Oh, man, I'm sorry about that, God.
I accept your apology.
Man, it's a shame, man. You can't even find no decent books for you nowadays without having to have these difficult conversations.
I have an idea. Maybe
that?
we should make a series of our own book.
A book series? That is a good idea.
7 volumes.
7, I get it. 7 volumes. What should we call it?
7 the Super Hey Rule.
7 the Super. Perfect. 7 the Super Hey Rule.
And then maybe we could even make some bundles of it once we get to volume 3.
Oh, see, now you're thinking like a businessman. I like that idea, man. A foundational Black American children's series.
Perfect.
Visit www.godcastbooks.com and pre-order your book today.
Most resilient, we poster children of prophecy fulfillment. We gotta be God's children. All right, family, we are
Here like we never left.
right. Right. Welcome, family, to another episode of Sincere Love the God-cast. I am the God Sincere, here with my lovely co-host, Nice D Girl, and we are here to officially close out New Black Media Appreciation Month with the family. Appreciate y'all all being here with us. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share this out right now. I need y'all to share this out right now, this second. Hit that share button. Put it on your Facebook. Put it on your Twitter. Let everybody know that we are live right now, closing out New Black Media Appreciation Month.
Ooh, shit.
Tell everybody to pull up as it's about to go down. If you are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, if you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell. Especially if you're watching us over on Facebook and you're not subscribed to the channel, you definitely want to hop on over there and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And as we get ready to set off the closeout of New Black Media Appreciation Month, we're going to play this joint right here for y'all. You know what I mean? We're going to play this right here
the
for
master's
y'all.
table.
A little extended version of the Flowers off the master's table. Let's get into it. RP, we gotta pay homage to the ones that's still here too, you know. RPs to the ancestors and all that, but what about the ones that's still here? We gotta talk about that. Give them their flowers while they can still smell them. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. The New Black Media, so glad you're still here with us. Professor Black Truth, so glad you're still here with us. Jason Black, so glad you're still here with us. Tariq Nasheed, so glad you're still here with us. Wanna give you your flowers while you can still smell them. Just wanna give you your flowers while you can still smell them. Just wanna give you your flowers while you can still smell them. Just wanna give you your flowers. Chase McGee, glad you're still here with us. Amadeus Christ, you still here with us. Red and blue pill, ayo, I'm glad you're still here with us. Wanna give them their flowers while they can still smell them. Black Dot, so glad you're still here with us. Brother Ben X, I know you still here with us. 19 Keys, I know you still here with us. Just wanna give them their flowers while they can still smell them. Risen Islam, I'm glad you're still here with us. Wesley Muhammad, I'm so glad you're still here with us. Nuri Muhammad, I'm so glad you're still here with us. Just wanna give you flowers while you can still smell them. David Banner, so glad you're still here with us. Brother Rich, I know you still here with us. CD Hip Hop, I know you still here with us. Just trying to give you your flowers while you can still smell them. Just trying to give you your flowers while you can still smell them. Just trying to give you your flowers. Erica Lachey, I'm glad you're still here with us. Dr. Ma'at, so glad you're still here with us. A.A. Rashid, you still here with us. Just want to give you your flowers while you can still smell them. Just want to give you your flowers while you can still smell them. Just want to give you your flowers. Listen, Judge Joe Brown, I'm glad you're still here with us. Rock Newman, I know you still here with us. Naeem Akbar, you even still here with us. Just want to give you your flowers while you can still smell them. Just want to give you your flowers while you can still smell them. Just want to give you your flowers while you can still smell them. Just want to give you your flowers while you can still smell them. Just want to give you flowers. Wade Nobles, I'm glad you're still here with us. King Simon, I'm glad you're still here with us. Ramo Mar, I know you still here with us. Try to give you flowers while you can still smell them. Ice Cube, I know you still here with us. Dave Chappelle, I know you still here with us. Christina Arnold, I know you still here with us. Kyrie Irving, I know you still here with us. Eddie Griffin, I know you still here with us. Want to give you flowers while you can still smell them. Just want to give you flowers while you can still smell them. Just want to give you flowers while you can still smell them. Just want to give you flowers while you can still smell them. Just want to give you flowers. Siddiqui Bakari, I'm glad you're still here with us. Great Black Shark, I'm glad you're still here with us. Lion's Crown, I'm glad you're still here with us. Knowledge Born and Law, I'm glad you're still here with us. Give them their flowers while they can still smell them. Give them their flowers while they can still smell them. Give them their flowers while they can still smell them. Give them their flowers.
Mothers and fathers of civilization. The black man is a god. He is the maker. He is the owner. He is the cream of the planet Earth. He is God of the universe.
If I forgot to say your name, blame it on the brain and not the heart. The best part is how you made it plain. Know what I mean? So anybody that if you didn't hear their name and you feel like they deserve the shout out, type their name in the chat right now. Shout out to Afro Elite. You know what I mean? Shout out to Tori and Rain. Who else? Who else we gotta give a shout out to?
Tori and Rain, Afro Elite, Black Alpha Network.
Shout out to Black Alpha Network. Yes, indeed.
We're gonna shout out Just Eve. She doing her thing.
Just Eve.
We're gonna do that. Um,
Shout out to
who
Crown
else?
808.
Crown 808, of course.
Shout out to Nikki the God.
Nikki the God.
Shout out to D Tubman.
D Tubman, of course. She does so much. Thank you, D.
Yeah, y'all
We're
put
gonna
their
get Peter
names.
Ogun.
Shout out to Peter Ogun.
Peter Ogun, absolutely. My brother.
Currently on 2 meetings. You always double.
Always busy. Booked and busy. Booked and busy.
Yeah, Great Black Shark. Great Black Shark was on there. Great Black Shark got his flowers on there. Who else got to get their flowers? Listen, this is what I want y'all to do too. Shout out to Dwan B. I think we shouted out Dwan B, but shout out to Dwan B for sure. Shout out to some chick named Star.
Star. Yes, my cousin.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Maxwell Jenkins. What else? Where we at? Where's my banner? All right, this is another thing right here that I want y'all to do. Let me put this banner up right here. I want y'all to complete this sentence right here. If it wasn't for the new black media, complete that sentence any way that you see fit. You know what I mean? It's new black media appreciation month. Today is the last day of the month. We closing it out, and so
Can I start?
yeah, absolutely. If it wasn't for the new black media,
I would still be shouting out black and brown. I was clueless. I mean, again,
that's a good one.
no shade, right? But we, get confused with individuals, from other groups versus the group itself, right? So yeah, I was still stuck on that, up until New Black Media. And the thing is, it wasn't like I didn't know. I was conditioned, to always, include them because I had my own personal experiences growing up, where I grew up, in the neighborhood side by side with them. They never really with us like that ever, but I was so conditioned, when it came to policies, or something happening, to black people specifically. I'm like, well, black on brown, we got it. Like, So if it wasn't for the new black media, I definitely would have still been on that.
And you know what's weird about that too is particularly on the West Coast, right? But particularly on the West Coast, right? We've had mad instances in real life that that were viral before the internet. There was mad stuff that was shown to us in the movies. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was Boys in the Hood or Minister
Colors
or whatever. Colors. All of the movies that was about West Coast, gangster life, street life, whatever you want to call it. They always showed us that there was a rift between black and brown, that there was no camaraderie between black and brown. But for some reason, we still held on to it.
We held on to it.
We still held on to it. Even though they kept showing us over and over again, listen, corrupt police will drop you off on the wrong side of town with the essays.
Right.
Just so you could get your ass whooped.
So what does that mean?
They never showed that in reverse, mind you.
No.
There's no instances that we could think of where they dropped the essays off in the black neighborhood and they just got their ass whooped just for being essays.
Right. Right. And here we are screaming and shouting, black and brown.
So yeah, that was weird.
It was a disease. I'm cured. I've been cured of that disease. Shout out to the new black media.
And shout out to D Tubman and Afro Elite. Happy birthday to D Tubman and Afro Elite. I didn't know it was their birthday.
Yes. I wish them both a happy birthday.
Happy birthday to the two warriors. Shout out to y'all. So if it wasn't for the new black media, Crown 808 says I wouldn't know the truth about half of this BS that is going on.
Facts.
Maxwell said, if it wasn't for the new black media, I would have never found on-code content that I support, including this channel. Shout out to our brother Maxwell Jenkins. Appreciate you. Let me tell y'all, if it wasn't for new black media, there wouldn't be a serious conversation about reparations right now.
Right now.
Right now, the reparations conversation is at a fever pitch. We've never seen it like this in our lifetime. The conversation about reparations is not new.
No.
But we've never seen it at the point where we see it at right now, where it's being discussed on all levels of government, from local to national. We got all of these task force going around. The media is having to address it and deal with it in a serious manner, even though we know they try to talk around it. They trying to crowbar other shit up into it. They trying to muddy the waters and all of this stuff. But the fact that they doing that shows, how much momentum is behind the movement. And so if it wasn't for the new black media, there wouldn't be no serious momentum behind this reparations movement that we are experiencing right now. So I want to appreciate the new black media for that.
Also, without the new black media, we wouldn't know Marcel Dixon.
Shout out to Marcel.
Marcel has, been stomping the pavement, literally pulling up on folks. What about them reparations? What about them tangibles? You know what I'm saying? I see on your website, you talking about this group, that group, and then you look like us. You know what I'm saying? You rocking the uniform, yet you don't have a policy for us. What's up with that? Shout out to Marcel for pulling up.
Marcel Dixon, glad you're still here with us.
Right.
Who was the sister that he just?
I don't know who she was personally, but she was, I guess, recently elected out there in South Carolina to something. Let me go over to his page because he did post it. But she is, what's her name? So this sister's name is Cristal Spain, the new South Carolina Democratic chair. So that's big.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very important, seat and position. She had refused to answer if she supports reparations and a black agenda. I asked her face to face. I am willing to try to work with her, but the fact I had to run her down to ask convinces me she will do nothing specifically to help us. And you guys can check that out on Marcel's. He did post it on his Twitter as well as his Instagram, and he's face to face, talking to Miss Cristal Spain about what she plans on doing as the South Carolina Democratic chair. What does she plan to do about reparations and tangibles, specifically for Foundation of Black Americans?
Right. Shout out to Marcel. Marcel, stay running down on these politicians and getting them on record. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's the important thing, getting them on record. It's not about just being hostile for the sake of just being hostile, whatever the case may be. But the fact that, he has to even do that just to get the topic, on the record.
All right.
It says a lot. It says a lot. It should be one of the main topics that they address it when they're having these conventions and these campaign meetings or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
We all should be doing that.
Right.
We all should, be doing what Marcel is doing, in your own respective local areas. Pull up, get them on record. So when they start coming to the barbershops, the hair salons, the black-owned restaurants, the few that we have left, the churches, and etc., bring out your phone and say, remember this? Because I asked you, sir or ma'am, specifically what you were going to do for us. So why are you here asking for our vote? Because you told me you weren't doing shit.
Right.
I can't do anything that's going to only help, black people. No. So no, I can't vote for you.
Right. Shout out to Mama Love. She said, learning something new every day. Blessings to the Godcast and the new black media.
Thank you, Mama.
Yes, indeed. New black media is instrumental in getting justice against race soldiers who harm our people. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. If it wasn't for the new black media, a lot of these race soldiers would still be walking around, even though a lot of them are walking around, but the ones who are actually behind bars now would still be walking around, wearing a uniform, posing as a police officer somewhere in your city.
Not just that, several, Jason Black as well as Tariq are known for bailing, our people out of jail, when need to putting their money up, putting their money where their mouth is. Right. So that too.
Facts. If it wasn't for the new black media, I wouldn't have been introduced to my new family and business partners on code like-minded God bodies. Yes, indeed. Shout out
Amen.
to Godcast Enterprises.
Right.
We definitely done started a whole business together, via this movement. You know what I
Right.
mean? We're gonna meet in person for the first time at the
I
FBA
know.
Expo.
We have a
Coming up
whole
in a
business
couple of
and
weeks.
meet each other in person, in what, 27 days?
Me and Crown, we met
Oh,
each
yeah, you
other.
guys have.
Me and Crown met each other at the buck breaking event here in Atlanta. I think that was the only time we met each other in person. But at that time, we weren't even doing all of this. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? She and I were familiar with each other from being a part of the ABS tribe, digital real estate, and all of that. And so, I ran into her at the buck breaking joint. But now we got a whole company together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's definitely the power of the new black media right there. And so for those of y'all who are just coming in, I need y'all to complete this sentence right here any way that you see fit. If it wasn't for the new black media, because we are celebrating and closing out New Black Media Appreciation Month. Today is the last day of the month. We closing out New Black Media Appreciation Month. We played the extended version to Flowers to set it off. I might play it a little bit later for those of y'all who weren't here. I'll play it again in a little bit. But as y'all coming in, of course, hit the like button, share button, subscribe, all of that good stuff. But I want you to complete this sentence right here and put it in the comment section. If you're watching this on the replay, put it in the comment section. If it wasn't for the new black media, another thing I will say is me personally, and I know it applies to a lot of us, but for me personally, because I've always had these thoughts about things that are going on. I've always had certain feelings about, a lot of stuff that we see happening on a regular basis as it pertains to black society. But if it wasn't for the new black media, I would not have the proper language. I would not have the proper words to really articulate the issues and to debunk a lot of the talking points that come from these think tanks and come from the mainstream media and Democrats and Republicans. I wouldn't be able to run down these coons and these tethers the way that I be
Right.
doing, the way that y'all see me doing on Instagram and all of that sometimes. I wouldn't have the proper wording and language to really articulate what our issues are and what the real problems are. All right.
Absolutely. And speaking of tethers, that's another thing. We were all on the whole Pan-Africanism thing, the one-sided Pan-Africanism, right? So what the new black media taught me, or us as a group here on this side is to, put ourselves first, put our group first, eliminate that one-sidedness, let other groups know, if you're about, this blackness, then you need to get on code. Otherwise, you gotta go.
Facts. And if it wasn't
That's
for
right.
the new black media, I wouldn't have been introduced to certain scholars
Facts.
that came before, the faces and the voices of new black media. There were some people that I was aware of prior to, but there are some important people who I was introduced to via the new black media.
All
Dr.
of them for
Claude
me.
Anderson. I didn't know about Dr. Claude Anderson back in the days.
All of them.
You know what I'm saying? Who else is a real
Dr.
important?
Francis Cress Wilson for me. That was the first book that I bought because Tariq was always, talking about her when I got introduced to him in 2014, 15-ish. And he was always talking about her and the book, The ISIS Papers. That was the first book that I found. I couldn't find it online. It was like super expensive. And I ended up getting it at Shades of Africa in Long Beach, black-owned bookstore in Long Beach on 4th Street. Found it there. And that was my first book that I purchased, because of Tariq introducing me to her.
ISIS Papers is definitely an eye opener in my life, but I read that. I read that in my early 20s. But I didn't know about Neely Fuller.
Nope. Millie Fuller.
I didn't know about Neely Fuller.
I just got his book recently. I think I have two. As a matter of fact,
New Black Media.
New Black Media.
Shout
The
out to
United.
Pyro Mike. Pyro Mike says, if it wasn't for the new black media, I would be consciously dead.
Period.
Ooh. Heavy. Heavy. Yes, indeed.
Where is she at? Here we go.
Right.
The first one.
There you go.
That's my first one. We can go. I'll go deeper. Look. Let's go down here. I
didn't know about Dr. Short either, Star. I didn't know about Dr. Short. Clyde Winters, I heard the name, but I wasn't tapped in. Oh, yeah. Race War. Yeah. Shout out to Jason Black.
You know, I got all the Hidden Color series, 1804, Buck Breaking. You know what I mean? I have all those. But again, I was introduced to them through the new black media.
If it wasn't for the new black media, would you know about your indigenous American roots?
I thought we was all, came off the boat, not real. And honestly, once you hear it, the way that they've articulated it, and then I look at my people, you know what I mean? My mom, my grandmother, just some of the women in my family and my uncles, you see the indigenousness in them, in their skin color,
That's
know
right.
what I'm saying, their features and stuff like that. You're like, damn, you know what I mean?
I definitely got folks in my family where you could just see it.
You can just see it.
You just see it looking at them. I definitely got some West African people in my family too. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to my brother, the champ, the new WBC. Hold on, WBC bantamweight champion, number 5 in the country right now. My brother Elijah
Pierce.
The Wolf Pierce. I was at his crib last night. We was having a little kickback celebrating his recent win. And he's from Oklahoma.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He's from Oklahoma. Yeah. So, we've learned a lot about the history of that area. A lot of native ancestry goes back to that area there. And when I take a good look at his mom's last night, all you got to do is put a feather in her head.
That's it. Right.
I'm looking at his mom. I'm like, oh, wow. Like dead ass. Dead ass. So, yeah, that's
right there.
That's another important piece right there. But what else, family? Y'all can keep going. Y'all can keep going with that. I'll put the banner back up there. If it wasn't for the new black media, and y'all can finish the sentence.
I probably would have dated me. I probably would have ended up marrying or dating a white man. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Listen, let me tell you, I was on that love is love. Not that I dated one or, never. But I definitely was on that love is love kick. And not in the LGBT point of it, but definitely as it pertains to race, relations. You know what I mean? I wasn't where my mind is right now, rebuilding and building up, the Black family dynamic, because I really didn't have an understanding of how important that was and all the efforts that the white supremacists, took to destroy that. I had no understanding of that before new Black media.
No doubt. No doubt. Our brother Pyro Mike said, my first encounter with the new Black media was Ron Hurd. I'm not familiar with Ron Hurd.
Me neither.
We All Be TV. From there, Tariq Nasheed, and the list goes on. Shout out to you two for continuing the movement. B1, brother. B1.
Thank you.
B1. I don't know. We'll get into that more as the broadcast goes on. But that's today's topic, family. We are closing out New Black Media Month. And so anybody that you want to shout out that we haven't mentioned, just put their name in the chat. You can put their @ or whatever in the chat. And also complete the sentence that you see on the screen. If it wasn't for the new Black media, what? And it doesn't have to just be personal to you, but if it wasn't for the new Black media, anything that you recognize in the world that is a direct result of the actions of the new Black media, that's how you could finish that sentence right there.
Well, since we're on the And you did give him his flowers in the song. You know what I mean? You did give him his flowers in the song, but since the topic, of today's broadcast is, new black media, I also want to play the clip because even Suki with the good coochie, gave gave Dr. Umar a shout out. Even she appreciates black media. Shout out to Dr. Umar.
Hold on.
Suki with the good coochie decided to shout out Dr. Umar.
Where is that at?
That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up.
There you go.
Five from the bottom.
There you go. It is. Let me share this with y'all. This was funny. This was hilarious.
This was funny as hell.
Where is that? Oh,
It's gonna be to do with the braids, remember?
Screen. Boom. Gotta unmute it.
You want to fuck Dr. Umar, right? Yeah. So how would you shoot your shot with Dr. Umar?
But I love a Pan-African king.
King Kong.
King Kong consciousness. I'm very pro-black, so I care about my people. And I feel like if I was to pick somebody to fuck on, it would be Dr. Umar. And that's what I said in Grinch. Fuck Dr. Umar, leave him woke right now. I want to fuck Dr.
You said you want to fuck Dr. Umar, right?
Yeah.
So,
shout out to Suki with the good coochie.
Shout out to Suki. Maybe Dr. Umar can turn that hoe into a housewife. He's still looking for her. He said.
Didn't he try that with the other conscious stripper?
Listen, he probably can work it out with this one. Ready-made family.
Yeah, okay.
I just thought that was hilarious, though. The fact that she said that she was pro-black.
Right. She sounds very pro-black.
If you're pro-black, you wouldn't be doing half the shit that you're doing. That is that's anti-black.
It means something different to her. You know what I mean? It means something different to Suki with the good coochie. But shout out to Suki with the good coochie. You know what I mean? We all at different levels of our of consciousness. We all at different levels of our development. You know what I mean?
That shit was hilarious. I'm waiting for Dr. Umar to respond though.
He posted that.
He posted it, but he has to give a commentary. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah. I'm ready for that.
He's going. You know what he's going to say? No, sister, I cannot crush those cookies. I cannot crush those cookies. Pan-Africanism before the punani. Oh man. So what's going on today? Hold on. I got to get my screen together, man. Y'all know I'm not real tech savvy, man. I be trying to do new stuff.
Yes, he is.
Confusing myself.
I'm going to start at the bottom and just work our way up. But a Minneapolis man live streamed final moments before being shot by FBI agents. His name was Chu Fin Yang. Huh?
You said FBA.
I did. Sorry, FBI agent. Sorry. Chu Fin Yang, 33, was killed by FBI agents Thursday in Minneapolis after armed standoff involving a woman.
Am I going to play this? I don't know if I should play this.
There's no article, though. You guys, that's all it has. At least it's cutting off anything else on my end. I don't know if yours has anything.
This shit got mad pop-ups.
Mad, yeah.
Hold on, y'all. Share this tab. Oh, now it's playing commercials and everything. Hold on a second.
It's your model minority, by the way.
Yes.
Chu Fin Yang would be your model minority who, had this standoff with FBI agents in Minneapolis. Your model minority.
So when are we going to have this a serious conversation about Asian culture? Because, there have been several mass shootings carried out by
recently.
Crazy.
Is that haircut? Is that a mullet, a shag? What is that?
I don't know what gang he belongs to. You know what I mean? Looks like a gang member to me. But when are we going to have a serious conversation about the criminality in Asian culture? Because people seem to overlook that and act like you said, they're supposed to be the model minorities. Look at this guy.
All right.
They're supposed to be the model minorities. You know what I'm saying?
Where's his father?
Right. Right. Wait, is this showing something? I don't know what this is about to show. I don't want to show
Is this
nothing.
the standoff? I think this is part of the standoff. Looks like he's moving some
Look
furniture
like he got a
around.
hostage or something right there.
He did have a hostage. It was a female.
She looked like she was dead too, or asleep, something. I don't know what this is showing, but I hope it don't show nothing crazy on here. Mess around and get the page
Well,
ding.
it's on foxnews.com or New York Times or Fox. I don't think they'll.
This is Fox. This is Fox. This is Fox. But yeah, man, what's going on in Asian society, man? Y'all gotta clean up. Y'all gotta clean up your
Clean up
culture.
your mess. Get them fathers back in the home. Stop doing crack.
But
Get
y'all
off
got
drugs.
all this
Put the
fentanyl,
blunts down.
y'all bringing into the country.
Right.
All this fentanyl y'all bringing into the neighborhoods and all of that stuff, and it's starting to backfire now. Y'all losing y'all minds. Y'all already got Joe Biden looking out for y'all heavy. You know what I mean? They allocating all type of resources for your community. What's the problem? What more do y'all want? What more do y'all need to get y'all act together, man? I don't know, man. Who do we got to talk to? China Mac? Do we got to talk to China Mac and see what the problem is?
Lord.
But anyway, let me see. LBTV.
The next one, that one isn't going to open, so I have it pulled up via another site called The Insider. Same title. The unemployment gap between Black and white New Yorkers is widening. The unemployment rate for Black New Yorkers rose to 12.2% in the first quarter this year, while the white unemployment rate dropped to 1.3%, a new report says. Investing, retirement, and more, whatever your financial goals. That was all it has. On here again, nothing more. It actually says read more on New York Times, but you have to be subscribed to them in order to pull up the full article. But if you guys want to, if you're subscribed to New York Times, you can read more about it there. But we're not surprised by this. The unemployment gap between Blacks and other groups is always wider than anyone else. And that's also by design.
It was already wide, but the article is explaining how it's widening. It's getting even wider.
And that's because of these open borders. That's because of these sanctuary states and things like that.
These democratic policies.
Right.
These democratic policies. You know what I mean? It's worsening. And this is in real time. We're seeing the direct effects of these immigration policies that are being pushed and forwarded by the Democrats. You know what I'm saying? The direct effect that it has on Black society. But
and this is in the
speaking about that article, I forgot what was the name of it though. Damn, who sent that to me? Somebody sent me. They got a bunch of new AI tools out now. The AI is a big thing now. AI is a big thing. But there's one AI tool where you can get past any of those sites where you have to pay the paywalls.
Oh.
There's an AI tool that you could use where you're trying to read an article on New York Times and they want you to pay after you read the first paragraph. There's an AI tool that could get rid of those paywalls, so you could read any article for free. When I find the tool, I'll put the link in the description of this video, so y'all can check that out.
So next we have on Fox35Orlando.com, Orenthal Wallace. You guys may know him as Ozone. Pop-up just came up. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. Change of venue for murder trial granted for accused Daytona Beach police officer killer. I don't like the way that they put that because they act like he was just initially. They didn't say alleged or anything. He's being ambushed, in the middle of the night, by these officers, and he's in front of his own home, so he also has the right to, protect and defend himself as well as his home. So someone jumping out the bushes on you or pulling up on you, out of nowhere in the middle of the night is dark. You know what I'm saying? It's Florida, right? So you have the right, really to carry and defend yourself. So I just was feeling really some kind of way about that, but I'll go ahead and read. Orlando, Florida, the trial for Orenthal Wallace, the man facing first-degree murder in the shooting death of Daytona Beach police officer Jason Rayner could now be held in either Leon, Broward, or Alachua counties. A judge granted the request of Wallace's attorney to move the trial venue out of Volusia County during a court hearing on Friday morning. According to investigators, Wallace shot 26-year-old officer on the evening of June 23, 2021, while Rayner was checking for suspicious activity near an apartment complex on Kingston Street in Daytona Beach. Rayner was hospitalized for nearly 2 months after the shooting and ultimately died of his injuries. Officers scrambled to find Wallace after the shooting, sparking a nationwide manhunt. He was eventually tracked down in a treehouse near Georgia days later. The news comes as a disappointment to the friends of Rayner's family who wanted the trial here. They offer him to go elsewhere. It's not fair, said Mike Mulholland. I mean, taking Jason's life was not fair. So why should he be given any kind of preferential treatment? The state attorney's office is seeking the death penalty against Wallace. This family has endured enough, losing Jason and everything they've already been through. Now they have to deal with another obstacle, and my heart cries for them. They don't deserve this, said Mulholland. Notice they ain't talking about forgiveness.
Right.
Ain't no forgiveness. Wallace's defense argued that their client wouldn't get a fair trial in the county due to the amount of publicity the case has gotten. That they even pointed out that Jason's GoFundMe as the reason why. There's been thousands of people that have donated. If you take 3 degrees of separation, we have 6 to 7, 8,000 people who are in some way connected to the donating of the money for Rayner's fund, said Wallace's attorney, Terry Shoemaker. The judge was more focused on finding a jury in time for the trial. My inclination is not to waste time, said the judge. If they try to make an attempt to find a jury in Volusia County, we may be digging for diamonds. The defense also requested that the trial date be moved back, something the state agreed was reasonable. The new trial date is now set for September 5th, 2023.
So the defense requested the change of venue and to move the date back.
And it was granted.
So I guess we could call that a W, right? I guess we could call that a W for Otha Wallace. And so can I say this? If it wasn't for the new black media, Otha Wallace wouldn't have those 2 W's that we just read about.
Right.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Also, many of us wouldn't be aware of the details of Otha Wallace's case, the whole predicament, if it wasn't for the new black media. So shout out to ZZ. Shout out to Afro Elite. And I forgot the other brother's name who be on
FBA. I can't think of his name. FBA something. I'm about to find him right now so we can give him his proper shout out.
Right.
But yeah.
Right. E. Tubman and all the signal boosters who've been keeping this story in rotation and not letting it die out. If any of the moderators have FBA JoJo.
There you go, FBA JoJo.
Shout out to FBA JoJo. Okay, and there goes the link. Star put the link in there for the fundraiser for Otha Wallace. So definitely support that brother.
Absolutely. All right, so this one is reported on It's On Site. Horrible. Woman allegedly stabs 2-year-old daughter to death and eats her liver while reciting lullabies.
Crazy.
A horrifying video showing a woman from, what is this, Kitengela, Kenya.
She's from Kenya.
From Kenya, y'all. Stabbing her 2-year-old baby daughter to death is currently making its round on social media. Police allege that Olivia Nassarian, 24, stabbed her 22-year-old daughter, Gloria Najari, to death on April 23rd. Nassarian was reportedly naked in her home and singing nursery rhymes to her baby while violently attacking her. Neighbors tried to open the door and help the child, but it was too late. Witness spoke to the Standard, said while stabbing the baby, Nasarian was chanting, "We will never cry again, baby. You will forever sleep. I love you, my daughter." They continued,
Crazy.
the woman ate her baby's liver as we watched.
What kind of ritualistic? And
She
the
also
baby was 2, y'all. And she
The
been
baby's
smoking
2 years
earlier.
old, a baby. She also removed other internal organs, searched as intestines and hearts for her baby became unconscious. Oh God. Wow. Wow.
This is
She
horrible.
appeared in court on Wednesday. What kind of mental,
Yeah,
you know,
something's really going on here. Like, she had to be on something or something. This is not normal.
I'm thinking by some type of demon. That sounds very, one demonic but very ritualistic. It was some type of ritual that she was performing on her child.
She was nowhere near her right mind, whatever was going on. Whether somebody, like you said, had her under some type of spell or whether she was on some type of weird drug. Something definitely was going on here. This is crazy, man.
Crazy and horrifying. Hey, did y'all hear about this Mexican dude in Texas that shot 5 people execution style? Still, from to my knowledge, he's still on the loose. He shot his neighbors due to he was in front of his yard shooting his AR-15. That's what it was. And so they were inside their home and, had some babies in the house that were sleeping. And so they, asked him, "Hey, can you not, shoot your AR on the porch? Our baby's in the house sleeping. We don't want them to get up," basically. So he basically shot 5 family members down. They were 5 Honduran people. His neighbors were Honduran. He's Mexican. And he's still at large right now.
How come we never hear the term? And I mean, this is another horrible story. You know what I'm saying? People lost their life and all that, and we empathize and sympathize with those families and everything. But I'm just saying, how come we never hear the term?
Brown
Um,
on brown crime.
yeah, brown on brown, Hispanic on Hispanic, Latin on Latin. We never hear those terms
Mm-mm.
for some reason.
That's reserved for us.
What's up?
So shooting, 5 dead in Texas execution style shooting. Suspect armed with AR-15 is on the loose. All victims were shot from the neck up, almost execution style, police said. 5 people are dead after being shot in a Texas home by suspect armed with AR-15 style rifle in a horrific series of execution style shootings, police said. A manhunt is currently underway for the suspect, identified by the San Jacinto County Sheriff's Office as 38-year-old Francisco Oropeza. The FBI's Houston field office said it is assisting in the ongoing search. A judge has issued a warrant for Oropeza and assigned a $5 million bond. He is believed to have fled the country and is considered armed and dangerous, authorities said. Neighbors asked suspect to stop shooting his gun in the yard. Police said the incident occurred at 11:31 p.m. local time on Friday when officials from San Jacinto County Sheriff's Office received a call about harassment in the town of Cleveland, about 55 miles north of Houston. When authorities arrived at the location, they found several victims shot at the property, police said. 3 of the deceased were females and 2 were males, including the youngest, an 8-year-old boy.
Man. So we got Asian mass shooters, Hispanic mass shooters, all of these off-white, wannabe white supremacist
Mm-hmm.
groups. There's something going on in y'all culture, and the media is not putting enough emphasis on it. The media is not really talking about it the way that they should. They're not pathologizing, what I mean, these groups based on these activities. They always try to lone wolf them and individualize them and make it seem like it's just isolated and random. But when and stuff like this really doesn't happen in Black society, you don't really get too many Black mass shooters like that doing crazy stuff like that.
Black people go after people that they feel harm them,
Yeah,
right? Even in gang related activity, it's still, different sects, hoods, whatever you want to call it, it's in retaliation to something for
right,
the most part.
right. All right, and but anything that we do, it always gets pathologized. You know what I'm saying? It's always indicative of our culture. Something's wrong with us as a group because one crazy Negro went out and did something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm just saying, where's that energy at with all of these crazy stories we keep hearing? Because this has been going on for damn near every time we get on here.
Anytime there's a mass shooting, for the most part, it's not us. The last time I think, as far as mass shooting, it was done by someone that looked like us was the DC sniper. How long ago was that?
Well, you had that dude, that crazy dude in New York that was on the train. Remember him? And
that looked very
they ended up
crazy.
questioning Tariq about it or whatever case.
Yeah, that seemed very off. We're talking about real.
Yeah, that was. Yeah. And whatever happened with that story anyway? Whatever happened with that?
Nothing. We ain't heard nothing else.
Yeah, that story.
Not even a trial.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that guy, but it was weird from the beginning. The details on that story was weird from the beginning. But yeah, stuff like that is just rare. It's just rare in Black society. But people always want to try to point out negative things about our culture, supposedly about our culture. But these are serious issues that we talk about. These are serious issues.
My son had a conversation in his speech and debates class with his teacher, and the topic was, did the students feel like there should be tighter gun laws or gun bans? And my son's like, no, I don't think there should be, because guns are already on the street, for one. People that already have guns are not coming to turn their guns in. And so the teacher was asking, well, what about gangs, and gang activity and, the school shootings and things like that. And so my son was like, well, gangs are not shooting up schools. White people are.
Right.
And she told him, we'll continue this conversation tomorrow. Okay. Mm-hmm. Literally, that's what he said.
She with the commercial break on that ass.
Commercial break
on that. Commercial break on that nigga.
Yeah, because he was just like, I'm like, first of all, gang members don't do that. And you're not going to see a school shooting from a gang member. And if it does happen by a gang member, they're there on that school ground because someone that's a rival gang member is on the campus, perhaps, but they're not just showing up to the school to shoot it up. And again, it's not the same thing. And he pointed that out, and he was like, your mass shooters are white people.
Shout out to nephew. Shout out to nephew.
Yeah. And they can't wait till he graduates.
Did you see the thing with Kamala Harris conflating? She was talking about gun issues and all that, and she was conflating, gun violence in the Black community with these mass shootings and all of that. Did you see that?
That's maybe what the teacher was trying to do.
That's exactly what it sounded like. But Kamala was doing that. Our brother Tone over at TD Hip Hop, he did a good breakdown on it on his channel. But let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's unpack this.
Let me see. Let me go on YouTube. If anybody got the link, drop the link for me. Tori Ray might know what we're talking about. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Forgot where she was.
Stop making everybody else's problems our problems. Shit.
I don't think this one is it. This is a short. Let me see. This short is from it though. Let me see. Yeah, she was at the National Action Network. I think this is it right here. Hold on. Let me get this commercial out of here. All right, hold on. Hold on a second, y'all. Here we go. This nonsense. It's not on the screen yet, right? All right, here it is. There it is. Let's listen to this garbage. This is what your son's teacher was trying to do right here.
Together, we have fought hard to move our nation forward. And yet, we must recognize there are those who are fighting to drag us backward. Extremist, so-called leaders who are attempting to undermine our democracy.
Okay, this is them just getting at the Republicans. You already know how they do.
Yeah.
The big, bad, scary Republicans.
An assault our most fundamental freedoms. The freedom to be
Second
safe
Amendment.
from violence. The freedom to make decisions about our own bodies. And the freedom to vote. So
this is at the NAACP National Convention. So she's talking to Black people. These are supposed to be Black issues that she's talking about, right?
Abortion ain't our issue.
Let's check out what she just named.
And the freedom to vote.
Hold on.
Bodies from gun violence.
Gun violence.
The freedom to make decisions about our own bodies.
Abortion.
And the freedom to vote.
And
illegals voting. And
vote
illegals coming over here being able to vote.
The freedom to vote for the Democrats. That's all.
Right.
Right.
And letting illegals come over here and vote.
Right. Good point.
So I will address them in turn. First, the freedom from gun violence. So recently, I visited Buffalo, New York, to attend the funeral of an 86-year-old grandmother
who was killed by a white supremacist,
who went to the grocery store after, as she often did, spending the day with her husband, who was in a nursing home, Mrs. Whitfield.
Trying to pull at the heartstrings, always trying to get you emotionally invested into the nonsense that they're trying to sell. But notice, whenever they talk about Buffalo, what was that dude's name, that white supremacist shooter out there?
I don't remember that nigga name.
We need to remember his name. What was his name, family, in the chat? Yeah. He said Kamala Harris is a real life Harley Quinn. That wide grin and wicked cackle. Yeah, you know she ready to just cackle any minute. What's the white supremacist name out there in Buffalo? Shit, we need to remember his name.
Nicholas something, right? His name is
Peyton Gendron.
There we go.
Peyton Gendron. Thank you, Tori and Rain. Peyton Gendron. Yeah. See how we forget these names because they just let it die out. We don't need to let it die out. Peyton Gendron was his name. But notice how they never talk about how he was tied in with law enforcement.
None of that.
They want to talk about guns and all of that stuff, but they keep leaving out the fact that he was communicating with a federal agent, wasn't it? Was a federal agent or a state?
It was a federal agent. It was a federal agent who probably gave him the guns.
Right.
For all we know, who was supplying them.
Right.
I went to Highland Park, Illinois, where there were strollers and lawn chairs scattered up and down a street where there was supposed to be a parade for July 4th. There, as in Uvalde, Texas, as in Greenwood, Indiana, just last night, and in so many communities across our nation.
Say what?
She sounds drunk.
Always. She always sounds like she had a couple of perkies or something. But yeah, so she's naming all of these different incidents, all of these different incidences of these mass shootings, right? She's talking about gun violence, she's talking about these mass shootings. Or gun laws, and she's talking about these mass shootings. But watch the conflations.
Scenes of ordinary life have been turned into war zones by horrific acts of gun violence. Mass shootings have made America a nation in mourning. And it's not only the mass shootings. We see it in our communities every day. And it is no less tragic or outrageous. Think about it. Black people are 13% of America's population.
Here we go.
But make up 62% of gun homicide victims.
See that bullshit? You see that bullshit? A lot of times when these white boys and these white Hispanics and these Asian, crazy Asian people are going on these mass shooting sprees, a lot of times these weapons are obtained legally.
Mm-hmm.
They go and buy these guns legally, or they get them from their parents or whatever, but the guns
build them
were obtained legally. The gun violence that we see in the hood, these are not these people are not buying guns legally. So changing the gun laws don't fix that.
Nope.
Changing the gun laws don't address the crime that happens in the city, in the black communities. I'm gonna stop using their language. The crime that happens in certain black communities, because it's not like all black communities are just heavy with criminal activity, but certain black communities that have, a lot of gun violence and drug crimes and stuff like that going on. The issue is not changing the gun laws because they're not buying the guns legally in the first place.
Right.
9 times out of 10, the crime that's taking place in our communities is based around economics.
Right.
Fix the economic issue, and most of these crimes go away. Changing gun laws does not address the problems in the hood, family.
And like Torian Rain said, why is she telling that to black people? Tell this at a Klan meeting. Go to them.
Facts.
Go to them.
Right. Yeah, she says 62%. I don't know about these numbers, but she says 62%. Right. Let me see how she worded it, because they'd be funny with these statistics. Let me see how she worded it. We 13% of the population, she said. Hold on.
But make up 62% of gun homicide victims.
So of all gun homicide victims, 62% of them are black? Mm-hmm. Is that what we're being told? Out of all gun homicide victims in the country, 62% of those victims are black?
By law, does she mean by law enforcement specifically?
But no, but that would be my other question. Are the perpetrators always black though?
Right.
Because a lot of times, a lot of these crimes they talk about in places like Chicago, a lot of times these shits go unsolved. These are cold cases. We don't know who the shooters are.
Right. But we're gonna just call it black on black crime.
Right. We're just gonna say, oh, that was you niggas shooting again. That was you niggas shooting again. But 62%, I don't know.
This issue of the need for reasonable gun safety laws is a real issue when we are talking about the civil right, the right that all communities should have to live in a place that is safe without weapons of war running those streets. And understand, the number of guns manufactured in this country tripled over the last 20 years.
Manufactured by whom?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Manufactured by whom? We ain't manufacturing no guns. They go my brother TD Hip Hop right there. Yeah. He did a great breakdown on this on his channel. If y'all not familiar with TD Hip Hop, I don't know what y'all doing, because this is Black Media Appreciation Month. Definitely gonna salute.
Shout out to you.
That TD Hip Hop news channel, the TD Hip Hop media channel, one of the dopest outlets in new Black media, in my opinion. But he did a great breakdown on this on his channel the other day. And like he said, she just straight up lying right here. You know what I'm saying? Changing gun laws, it ain't got nothing to do with the crime that you see in Black communities.
No.
But what he said, that stat does sound wild. Right. Right. He said, blame it on Sincere. Blame it on Sincere. Yes, indeed. But yeah, for real, if y'all not subscribed to my brother's channel, make sure y'all subscribe to TD Hip Hop Media, man. That's one of the best channels out here going, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's just straight up running game right here. She just straight up running game right here. I would like to get a peek at this crowd that she's talking to. I don't think they pan across the crowd, but I would like to see it's probably a bunch of Clyburns in the audience.
I'm sure.
I'm gonna let her talk a little bit more.
Years. Today, we have more guns in our nation than people. So earlier this month, the president signed the first federal gun safety law in nearly 30 years, and it was an important and necessary step. But we need to do more. We must repeal the liability shield that protects gun manufacturers. And we must renew the assault weapons ban.
What's an assault weapon?
All weapons are assault weapons.
Right. And other things can be used as weapons, right? A pencil can be used as a weapon. A cell phone can be used as a weapon. A knife can obviously be used as a weapon. There's so many things that can be used as a weapon. So are we banning those too? I'm just asking.
All I want to say to black people, particularly my elders out there who might be listening to this and saying, there's a lot of y'all niggas do be doing a lot of shooting in the hood now. You know, kids need to be safe out here. They got to go to school and be safe. Listen, these little niggas with the Dracos and shit, even if she got her wish, even if she got a wave the magic wand,
they ain't giving them back.
And they able to pass all the laws that they trying to pass, that is not going to get the Dracos off the street.
No, they're still there.
Dracos ain't on the street legally to begin with. Criminals don't follow the law.
So, certain martial artists, depending on the degrees that you have to register their hands.
Mm-hmm.
Are they supposed to cut their hands off? Are we banning those two? You're gonna ban my hands? I'm just, when you talk about assault weapons and things like that, my hands can be, a deadly weapon.
Cool Keezy said, I just subscribed to TD. I thought I already was. Yeah, double check, because you know how YouTube
they be tripping.
They be unsubscribing, you know what I mean? Double check with all of the new Black media channels. If you haven't been watching certain channels for a while, double check, make sure you still subscribed. Pull up some of their videos and just hit the like buttons, leave some comments and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how you help get us boosted into the algorithm and all that. But yeah, you got to double check because YouTube be on that BS. Those of y'all that just got in the room, before we go to the next story, we are celebrating the closeout of New Black Media Appreciation Month. And I want y'all to finish this sentence right here that you see on your screen. If it wasn't for the new Black media, what? Tell us some things, whether it's something personal to you or something in the world, in society, whatever the case may be, that wouldn't exist, wouldn't be happening. You would have never knew. If it wasn't for the new Black media, finish that sentence any way that you see fit.
And while you're doing that, TD Hip Hop says, when they say assault weapons, they're talking about AR-15. But there's other rifles out there that may not be the AR-15 brand, but perform the same way. Gun is a gun, ain't it?
Yeah.
And AR-15 isn't the only what they call military grade firearm.
Right.
That people have access to.
My issue mostly with what she's doing is with the conflation and the game that she's running, trying to make these mass shootings comparable to some of the crime that we see in Black communities. They're not connected in any way, shape, or form. They're not stemmed from the same issues. You cannot use the same tools to remedy them.
Right. Why is crime always a Black issue too, though?
Right.
As if Black people are the only one who perpetrate crimes.
I didn't know that. 77% of mass shootings are conducted with handguns, not assault weapons. Large percentage of young Black people would be asleep, as many were during the Obama administration. Okay, so if it wasn't for the new Black media, a large percentages of young Black people would be as asleep as many were during the Obama administration. Facts.
I mean, not sleep, comatose. DOA, dead on arrival.
If it wasn't for new Black media, I would still be listening to the old dead Black media on the Democratic plantation. Lord Jesus.
Y'all, remember when we thought Roland Martin was really saying something deep?
Man.
Remember when we thought that?
Man. And speaking of that, did you see he had Minister Farrakhan on there? They was commemorating Harry Belafonte. Rest in peace, Harry Belafonte. He transitioned last week sometime, a few days ago. And they were doing appreciation for him on Roland's channel. And Minister Farrakhan appeared virtually. And there was a clip that Brother Ben put out there where Minister Farrakhan was kind of rolling some props. You know what I'm saying? But really what he was saying, I thank you for challenging us who are in Black leadership. You know what I'm saying? He said, those of us who are in positions where we want to lead Black people, Roland Martin has always been one to challenge our positions, to challenge, you know what I'm saying? He was kind of thanking him for that.
He hasn't
He
challenged the
was.
white supremacists.
Shout out to First Woke Media. He said he was mugging the minister.
I saw that on Brother Ben's post, and if someone is thanking me for something, I feel like I would have been smiling. Thank you, Minister Farrakhan. Like it was just nothing. He was stoic to me.
What you doing? Nah, but yeah. The thing is, I understand exactly where the minister was coming from. And we always know, we always give the minister and, many members of the Nation of Islam props for how they handle Black people in general. You know what I'm saying? Whether they dealing with gangbangers in the street, whether they dealing with the Black bourgeoisie class, whether they dealing with the church Negroes or whatever the case may be, they always approach it with a certain level of understanding and grace, giving a lot of grace to people no matter where they at. You know what I'm saying? Because under that training and under the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, they have a deep understanding of the condition of our people and how we got to the place that we're at, right? And so when I looked at that, I wasn't thinking he was saying Roland Martin is some type of soldier for Black empowerment or something like that. I was looking at it like he was saying, I understand your position in this war. And if it wasn't for people like you, we wouldn't achieve certain results. Like I said in the comment section, I said, every good story needs an antagonist. So, I'm looking at, the minister sees God's hand in everything, whether it be negative or positive, or appear to be negative or positive. Everything that's happening, he understands that this is all by the design of the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying, Roland Martin, even with the bullshit that you be on, I understand what God is using you for. Right. I understand why God got you doing what you're doing. It's absolutely necessary for us to get where we're going. We're going to have to be able to overcome the Roland Martins. And so, because some people, I seen in the comment section, some people were saying, nah, minister, I can't agree with you on this one. Roland Martin is a coon and Roland Martin is an enemy and blah, blah, blah. And all of that is true. But listen carefully to what the minister was saying. He wasn't giving them props for being some type of, like I said, he wasn't giving them no respect for being a soldier. He was saying, I respect you challenging us, and I understand, what your job is, what your role is.
Well, I don't feel like, he was grateful.
He wasn't.
He was not grateful.
I feel like he was.
In the compliment.
I feel like it wasn't his. I'm sorry, but I feel like it wasn't his idea to have the minister on in the first place.
No.
I feel like it was somebody else that was like, nah, we got to have the minister on here. He was cool with Harry Belafonte, you know what I'm saying? Ms. Farrakhan.
And you know why that would be too? Well, and you know why that would be, because his handlers would not want him talking to Minister Farrakhan, because they don't want us going back, which everybody know who he is, but people to go back and really who have not delved into, the work that the minister has done to start researching that.
Right. Yeah, y'all saying it better than I could say it in the chat. Y'all saying it better than I was trying to say. I was nigga explaining a little bit, but even though I don't practice the religion, I have much respect for the nation and the minister. Absolutely. Same here.
Listen, I sleep to the minister every night. Put my earbuds on. When I go to bed, I pick a video and I just listen until I fall asleep every night. I'm not a practicing Muslim.
Right. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it. I respect the man.
Ain't got nothing to do with it. Yeah. Fact. Shout out to Cool Keezy in the building. I don't know if we gave Cool Keezy his flowers earlier. We were shouting out some of the members of the New Black Media, that didn't get shouted out on the song Flowers. And so if you could think of anybody who deserves their flowers that's doing good work out here, just put their name in the chat, put their name in the comment section. Black Voltron, glad you still here with us. You know what I'm saying?
Flowers is off what album?
The Master's Table.
Yeah, there you go.
The Master's Table, available on all streaming platforms right now. I'm going to play the extended version right now while we got a few more of y'all up in here with us. Let me see. How do I do this? I did it earlier. Hold on, y'all. So I got to do... Wait, how do I do this? Oh, I got to stop sharing this.
With the banner?
Yeah, nah, I still had the screen share up.
Oh.
Let me do it like this. So now I got to go to Windows, right? Yeah, here you go. Here you go. All right, check it out, y'all. I'm gonna let this joint rock. Let me take that banner off. But y'all could shout out the people that y'all want to give a shout out to, people who deserve their flowers in New Black Media as we close out this New Black Media month. And also finish the sentence that you see on your screen. If it wasn't for the New Black Media, blah, blah, blah. Finish that sentence for me. And how do I get to this now? I told y'all I ain't tech savvy like that, man. Hold on. I don't know where it is.
What you looking for? Oh, the song.
Yeah.
You just played it.
All right, here you go. I pay homage to the ones that's still here too, you know. RPs to the ancestors and all that, but what about the ones that's still here? We gotta talk about that. Give them their flowers while they can still smell it. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. The New Black Media, so glad you still here with us. Professor Black Truth, so glad you still here with us. Jason Black, so glad you still here with us. Tariq Nasty, so glad you still here with us. I'm gonna give you your flowers while you can still smell them. Just wanna give you your flowers while you can still smell them. Just wanna give you your flowers while you can still smell them. Just wanna give you your flowers. Chase McGee, glad you still here with us. Amadeus Christ, you still here with us. Red and blue pill, ayo, I'm glad you still here with us. Wanna give them their flowers while they can still smell them. Black Dot, so glad you still here with us. Brother Ben X, I know you still here with us. 19 Keys, I know you still here with us. Just wanna give them their flowers while they can still smell them. Rizza Islam, I'm glad you still here with us. Wesley Muhammad, I'm so glad you still here with us. Nuri Muhammad, I'm so glad you still here with us. Just wanna give you flowers while you can still smell them. David Banner, so glad you still here with us. Brother Rich, I know you still here with us. CD Hip Hop, I know you still here with us. Just trying to give you your flowers while you can still smell them. Just trying to give you your flowers while you can still smell them. Just trying to give you flowers. Erica Lachey, I'm glad you still here with us. Dr. Ma'at, so glad you still here with us. A.A. Rashid, you still here with us. Just want to give you your flowers while you can still smell them. Just want to give you your flowers while you can still smell them. Just want to give you flowers. Listen, Judge Joe Brown, I'm glad you still here with us. Rock Newman, I know you still here with us. Naeem Akbar, you even still here with us. Just want to give you flowers while you can still smell them. Just want to give you flowers while you can still smell them. Just want to give you flowers while you can still smell them. Just want to give you flowers while you can still smell them. Just want to give you flowers. Wade Nobles, I'm glad you're still here with us. King Simon, I'm glad you're still here with us. Ron Mar, I know you still here with us. Try and give you flowers while you can still smell them. Ice Cube, I know you still here with us. Dave Chappelle, I know you still here with us. Tashina Arnold, I know you still here with us. Kyrie Irving, I know you still here with us. Eddie Griffin, I know you still here with us. Wanna give you flowers while you can still smell them. Just wanna give you flowers while you can still smell them. Just wanna give you flowers while you can still smell them. Just wanna give you flowers while you can still smell them. Just wanna give you flowers. Siddiqui Bakari, I'm glad you're still here with us. Great Black Shark, I'm glad you're still here with us. Lion's Crown, I'm glad you're still here with us. Knowledge Born and Law, I'm glad you're still here with us. Give them their flowers while they can still smell them. Just give them their flowers while they can still smell them. Give them their flowers while they can still smell them. Give them their flowers.
Of civilization. The black man is a god. He is the maker, he is the owner, He is the cream of the planet Earth. He is God of the universe.
Yeah. All right. Stop sharing.
I thought of someone. She just came across my screen. I love her content, like what she does. Taisha Sussex.
Shout out
Taisha.
to Taisha Sussex.
I actually
Absolutely.
have some of her. I've purchased some of her firearm, gear. So shout out to Taisha.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to Redstone Firearms.
Shout out to Redstone Firearm, my sister Geneva, and my brother Jonathan. Shout out to y'all, the Solomons.
Shout out to Six the Goddess.
Six the Goddess, yes. Beautiful.
I think we shouted out ZZ, but shout out to ZZ. You know what I mean? Black Voltron said, if it wasn't for the new black media, I would still be doing dumb, unconscious nonsense like spending too much time and money on dumbass white sports teams and media. Shaking my head. Now, speaking of that, though, and I'm glad you reminded me of this, because as y'all know, we do what we do here on Sincere Love the Godcast. We got a few different series that we got going on here. We do this every Sunday. Try to get it at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. Pacific Time, where we come on here, chop it up with y'all. We cover current events, talk about other important issues as they pertain to Black society. I try to come on here on Tuesdays and do the Masters Decoded series, where we do the lyrical breakdowns on the songs from the Masters Table album, available on streaming platforms right now. Also, you can visit www.themastersrsvp.com. Get your physical copies, get your merch, all of that good stuff. But we do the lyrical breakdown to that on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And after we finish up with the album, we're going to continue that series and do some more lyrical breakdowns as well. On Wednesdays, we have the Black Business Showcase, where we bring on business owners and entrepreneurs, give them a platform and chop it up with them and just get some good all-around game about business. Bi-weekly on Thursdays, we got the Pick Me Godcast with my sister Nicey Girl and our sister Kay Jones. They come on and talk about issues pertaining to the relationships between Black men and women, right? That is designed to counter the toxicity that we hear coming from the divestors and the manosphere and all of that garbage that's out there now, where, this gender war stuff that they got going on. So the Pick Me Godcast is designed to counter that energy. A lot of what we do is to counter some of the attacks that come from mainstream media and even some of the alternative media that launch these attacks on Black society. So a lot of what we do here, and what the new Black media is all about, is about countering all of those attacks and taking back control of the narrative, right? And so another thing that I want to do, if you are well versed in sports, I need you to holler at me, because sports media is another area of activity where we are under constant attack, and we have to deal with a lot of Sambos who cover sports. We don't really got too many that I know of, because I don't really follow sports heavy like that. I watch basketball here and there. I watch the fights and shit like that here and there, but I'm not like a fanatic. You know what I mean? I don't know all the stats and all of that stuff. I don't watch every game and sit there and look at ESPN all the time. That ain't me. But I don't see no on-code sports outlets. So if we got some brothers out there, even some sisters out there who are heavy into the sports, they watch a lot of sports, you know what's going on in the sports world, and you could break it down from a Black first perspective, I want to give you a platform. I want somebody who could come on here and be our version of, what is it, First Take and, Shannon Sharp and all of that stuff. We need a Black first version of that. And I would love to have you on this platform, whether it be daily, if you got time for daily, or once a week, couple times a week. Come on during the day. I would like somebody that has time to come on during the day, early afternoon or something like that, where you can come on and update us on the sports world from a Black first perspective. Can we get that popping? Can we get that popping? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
And speaking of Wednesdays, I just want to make sure that everyone is tuned in this Wednesday for the Black Business Showcase. You guys all know that is 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this Wednesday, we have Coach Jamil. Coach Jamil, he helps busy people become elite traders and investors by understanding risk and reading the market. So make sure you guys are tuned in this Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Black Business Showcase. Coach Jamil will be on with us.
Yep. Shout out to my brother Jamil. That's going to be a good one. Y'all need to tune in for that one right there. He's going to be teaching us about trading in the futures market, which is something that a lot of people don't talk about. A lot of people don't have this particular information in our community. This is something that's hidden as far as financial literacy is concerned and all of that. This brother has a lot of experience. He worked for JP Morgan. I forgot for how many years, but we're going to find all of that out on Monday, his background and all of that stuff that he was able to do in their world. And so he went, behind the curtain, gathered up the information, and now he's trying to bring it back to us. And so we're going to have him on Wednesday. Y'all definitely want to pull up for that one right there. And you might need a pen and pad.
Right.
You might need a pen and pad.
And look at the replay over and over again till you get it. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of information, but like our brother said, a lot of information that is hidden from us. We're not supposed to get it, but we're going to get it this Wednesday.
Right. And they got a convention coming up in August that they're planning around the same time as InvestFest. InvestFest is going to be here in Atlanta in August, and they're going to have a convention here around that same time. It's not going to clash with it because I know they're part of the InvestFest thing too. But it's going to be around that same time. So when people are already in town, but he'll talk more about that on Wednesday. Also, we might even be vending at that joint. So stay tuned for more details on that. Yeah, that's a hot idea, right? The sports show. We need an on-code sports show. Black Voltron said, check out brother Robert Littal, Black Sports Online. I'll check that out. But I want to get something going on this channel revolving around sports. You know what I mean? I'll try to get my son, but he,
Mine too.
He ain't comfortable.
Mine is comfortable, but for during the day with school, he wouldn't be able to.
Right.
It'll still be during the day. Well, he's out of school officially in June, so you can talk about it. It's amazing to me that he knows so much. We actually my brother came over and we just looked at this SAC and Golden State game. So I looked at this game
today.
Golden State, Golden
Today?
State won.
Oh, it was late.
So they're going, to the finals or whatever. But they're chopping it up and they're doing their, sports talk and stuff like that. I'm sitting here like, how do you know? How do you know that? Do you know why he asked my brother, do you know why the rules in basketball change? Just one person name them, and my brother's like, is it somebody new? Is it somebody old? Who? Like what? He was like, Shaq. Remember, but this and that. And I'm sitting here like, you weren't even born. When Shaq was in his prime.
A lot of that stuff is on 2K though. They play 2K, and they get gamed up.
That's what it is. Yeah. He know it off the dome. Dates, stats, numbers, all this.
Yeah. Oh, that would be great to have some young energy doing it too. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But we got to counter, some of that Sambo energy that comes from the sports media. So if that's you, if you think, you know what I'm saying?
Pull up.
Holla at me, man. Holla at me. Let's see what we could get popping. I already got a name in mind and everything for it.
Yeah, that was a good game.
There you go.
Actually a good game, even though I didn't come into the third quarter, but
nah, it was good. I caught it.
Good game.
I caught that third quarter too. Yeah, me too. I caught that third quarter. And let me tell you, I was struggling to stay awake because I had just ate some fried chicken, mac and cheese,
the itis kicked in,
and some yams. Oh, there you go. I was sitting there trying to watch the game like this. I'm like, the crowd going crazy. I'm like, oh, what happened? What happened? Steph got 50 points out this month.
50 points, yeah. He's in the league now.
Yeah.
Little light-skinned nigga.
Right. That's my dude. Steph Curry's my dude, man.
I like Steph.
You know what I'm saying? Now they got to play against my team, the Lakers. I like both teams, though, to tell you the truth. I don't care who win the series. With them against the Lakers, I really don't care who win, but I'm going to have fun watching it. I want to see LeBron get another ring. I want to see that happen.
I don't personally. My brother sat here and said, I just hope that I hope Sacramento wins. And I was like, why is Sacramento and not Golden State? He was like, because if Sacramento wins, then that's going to be an easy win for the Lakers. I was like, bro,
saying that too.
You don't want them to work for it?
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Yeah,
LeBron probably saying the same thing right now. LeBron probably saying, "Damn, I gotta play this light skinned nigga again."
Right. He was like, because I want it to be an easy win for my team. I was like, that kind of sucks.
Cool Keezy, you must be out your rabbit ass, man.
What do you say?
Talking about the Nuggets about to win the chip. You and Jesse Paris over there, y'all can hang it up. Y'all can hang it up. It's either going to tell you the truth, and I don't like Boston. I don't like Boston, but I see Boston coming out the Eastern Conference. And on the West, I don't know. It's a toss-up.
Yes, I am a LeBron hater. TD Hip Hop. Yes, I am proudly. I say it proudly. I wave my flag. I hate LeBron. I don't think he should have come to the Lakers. I feel like he has tarnished the Lakers' name and legacy. He is trash in my I feel like, you
cannot sit here and say LeBron James is trash.
He's trash to me. I think that people give him too much credit. He whines like a girl all the time. He's too damn big for all that whining and crying. I don't like him.
You see this shit, y'all?
Yeah, I don't like him.
LeBron James is trash. You lose all credibility when you say that.
Trash.
You lose all credibility when you say that.
And I'm not saying necessarily I'm saying as a human. To me, as a
human, look, I understand.
I don't like him.
I understand he ain't black first. You know what I'm saying? I understand he D1. He not B1, he D1. Shout out to Vicky Diller. Shout out to Vicky Diller. I understand he D1, he not B1. He got to do what his handlers tell him to do and all that. I understand that. But as a human being, come on, man. LeBron James, as a father,
great father.
As a businessman, the way he put his team in position and all of that stuff, just his entire career, he's been a stand-up great role model, man. Can't take that away from him.
I mean, for his people, his team, I guess per se, but not for Black society. What is he doing for Black society?
Yeah, right. We know that. He's all lives matter. We know that.
All right.
That's not the argument.
I'm not giving him kudos.
So you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
I'm throwing his ass out with the bathwater. I'm throwing LeBron out with the bathwater, and y'all know that. I can't.
No. Salute to LeBron James, man.
Boo.
Salute to LeBron James, man.
Shout out to Steph.
This man has been famous since he was like 16 years old. And
good for him.
He held it down. He lived up to all of the hype.
So they got
a bunch of scandals around his name. You know what I'm saying?
For now.
Married to a black woman. Hold on.
For now.
Married to a black. What you mean for now? It's 20 years in.
Yeah, so he don't have no scandals for now today until he stopped doing what they say.
Right. I'm not talking about that part, but he got a black wife.
Shout out
black
to
children.
That.
Black children.
I'm waiting for one of them to come put a dress on.
Ain't Dwayne Wade out here. Ain't Dwayne Wade.
Yet.
You could find some props to give to LeBron James. Stop the bullshit.
I could give LeBron the props for marrying a black, beautiful, woman. He does have a beautiful black family. I will give him that. I just do not support him on the Lakers.
Shout out to LeBron
Stay
James.
in Ohio and Cleveland. Wasn't he in Cleveland or Miami? He should have stayed over there. He didn't bring anything to us. We could have did everything and more without him. We could have did that without him.
No,
we didn't need him for that.
No, y'all
yes,
couldn't.
We could have. Yes, we could have.
After Kobe, it was a wrap.
No, because the one that first one, championship game, and it was with the Golden State Warriors or whatever. That game was rigged like a mug, like totally.
No.
Was completely off. That was a rigged game. They gave that one to him. Let's be very, very clear.
I don't know what you're talking about. The chip that they won was in the bubble during the pandemic. During the lockdown, that's the chip that they won for the Lakers, him and AD, and they bust everybody's ass in the bubble. You talking about him going against Steph Curry? He was in Cleveland when he was going against Steph Curry.
That was clear. Either way, still, and that game was handed to them. I don't like LeBron. Y'all are not going to change my mind about LeBron.
You can find a picture of LeBron in a dress already. That's not a real picture, Cool Keezy. Stop. Stop doing that, man.
Listen.
That was an AI Photoshop picture.
Who did his son go to prom with?
I don't know.
Last year.
I don't know. That's his business. I don't know.
Seen that? Y'all seen that?
I don't know. That's his business.
Listen, he just whines too much. I don't feel like he's really brought anything special to the Lakers. I do feel like that could have been brought to us, by Kyrie.
You have a double standard, though. You do have a double standard. All right, because look what you just said. Kyrie, I love Kyrie. Kyrie is really my favorite non-basketball player. You know what I'm saying? He's my favorite guy, but he's not really B1. Keep it a buck. Kyrie is all lives matter.
I think that he's still better. He's better than LeBron.
He's all you see. That's the double standard.
I said I have it.
Steph Curry ain't B1.
I say that I have the double standard. I own it.
Okay.
I do. I just don't like him coming to the Lakers. I don't feel like he brought anything.
It's called a ring. And about to get another.
We didn't need him for that.
They're not going to
get it. He's not going to get it. And if he do, it's rigged.
And about to get another one.
And if he do, it's rigged.
And Bronny coming to the NBA, and they're going to play together before he retire. Come on, man.
First of all, he needs to sit his ass down. He needs to sit down. You don't need to play with your son. What you do is need to sit down some damn where and coach your son, give him the ins and outs. But sit your old ass down.
He old, but he's still the best player on the court. He's still the best player on the court. This is unprecedented. Okay?
No, this is what they're just shoving him down our throat. These people
they can't make him do these 360 dunks at 38 years old.
They're rigging the game. They're rigging the game to
rig that.
Yes, you can. They're rigging it to make sure that he get these stats. He sits down on the court reading the stat sheet and shit like that. That's not someone who's thinking about the team. That's someone that's thinking about themselves. Godcast Enterprises.
You see what you did, Dwan B? I blame you, Dwan B.
I will not do
I blame you, Dwan B.
And with Godcast Enterprises, without talking to the group, without thinking about the group, it's not about me. It's about us winning. It's not about personal stats for me.
So
Kobe would have never sat courtside reading the stat sheet, worried about his own personal numbers.
Listen, who gonna do the sports show for us? Because obviously it ain't this heifer sitting over here on this side of me. Who gonna do the sports show? Because it ain't her.
Thank you, TD. See, your wife and I can hang out. We have something in common already. You're here in LA. Wifey and I need to go to brunch. My treat.
Deion Sanders is out here tap dancing with the cowboy hats and all that, but he's doing his work. Deion is doing good work, man. You know what I mean? I could settle on the best part of Deion Sanders. I could settle on the best part of LeBron James, Kyrie Irving. I could settle on the best part of these brothers, man.
And maybe I don't see what y'all see, to be honest. When I watch LeBron play, I see a whining crybaby. It just annoys me when he gets those faces and just crying. Like, you too big for that. This is a big dude. Like, get your, opinion out. If the what do you call them? The refs do something wrong. I think it's a way to do it without crying. The crying face annoys me. Oh, Mama, they got you too. Come on, Mama Love. Mama Love, they got you too.
Listen,
y'all got Mama Love.
Listen, when does the when does the next round start with the Lakers and the
I don't know.
And the Warriors? I'm trying to catch those games. Lakers and the Warriors. I'm trying to catch those games. You too big for that, right? You too big for that.
Yeah, you too big for that.
Listen.
You would get a whooping at a certain age, crying. You don't crying for nothing. Your mama be like, boy, snatch you up real quick. You too big for that.
Not a whooping.
Yeah, you're getting a whooping for crying like that.
Listen, whoever gonna do the sports show for us, man, y'all get at me, man. I really want to put that together. Man. I said, we got anything else to cover before we get out of here?
No, nothing else to cover. Again, Wednesday, make sure you tap in with Coach Jamil, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Flyer will be out soon. And Pick Me will be back next Thursday. And yeah, that's it.
Even the pay-per-view, Cool Keezy, he said there's a site called Stream East that you can stream all sports live. Does that include pay-per-view? That's my question.
And I'll comb my hair.
I forgot what they use at the barbershop, but we got something at the barbershop where we watch all the pay-per-view stuff like that.
I'll comb my hair for y'all Wednesday.
Yeah, you see how she do us?
Yeah, I didn't even, and that happened today.
She don't do this on the Pick Me Godcast.
No.
Pick Me Godcast, she come correct. She just showed any old kind of way for us on Sunday.
It's Sunday. This is laundry day. I have to cook dinner. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, y'all ain't getting that. If I took this hat off, y'all be surprised.
Watch the fight live. All right, cool. So the site is called Stream East. Those of y'all that want to watch the sports for free, the site is called Stream East. Check it out. But yeah, I think Tuesday the Warriors and the Lakers play. So I'm gonna be tapped in for that. Well, I'm gonna be on here with y'all at 8:00. I don't know what time they play. But what song should I do on Tuesday, by the way? Doing the lyrical break. It's time for the purple tape, right?
It's time for purple tape.
It's time for the purple tape. It looks like I'm not going to get the Jizza to join me. I'm not going to get the RZA, the Jizza, Old Dirty Bastard, Inspector Deck, You God, Raekwon, the Chef, Ghostface Killer, or the Method Man. But I'm gonna probably do purple tape this Thursday. One of the favorites off the Master's Table album. So stay tuned for that. Revenge of the Cotto. We did Revenge of the Cotto already. Go watch the replay. Cool Keezy. That was a good one. We actually had one of our non-FBA sisters, That's So Rare, on for Revenge of the Cotto. That was a good one. So go watch the replay on that one. But this Tuesday, it's looking like it's time for the purple tape, man.
Time for purple tape.
But all right,
y'all don't forget the FBA Expo though. Don't forget the FBA Expo on May the 27th. You know, Sincere Love the God, Crown 808, and myself will be there vending. Our book is ready, right? So it's no longer pre-order, by the way, for those that want it now. Order your book now, www.godcastbooks.com. Book is out now. You will get your signed copy though at the FBA Expo. If you want your signed copy, make sure you pull up, to our vending table. We will be there all day. But again, if you want it now, make your order right now, www.godcastbooks.com. Book is ready right now.
Yeah, if you're going to be in Dallas, make sure y'all pull up to our table. Come take some pictures with the young God, 7. He will be there. The whole team is going to be there. We're going to have a lot of fun. So we're definitely looking forward to that. All right. And so that does it for today's episode of Sincere Love the Godcast. Appreciate everybody tapping in with us as always. Remember, we are not the master teachers, but we are the master students and signal boosters for the voices of the new Black Media Appreciation Month. Peace and Black love.
Still, you so brilliant, most resilient. We poster children of prophecy fulfillment. We gotta be God's children. We need to learn.